Oh hi. From Ombo, the city on east coast of Nile in 50 came to the north of Aswan and in 150 came from Luxor. Originally I was called as Nubit, that the city of gold is translated. Not to confuse with the city of the same name to the north of Nagad. The modern Arab name of the city comes from Coptic and in translation means hill Ombo. It is known thanks to the temple with a double cult restored during an era Ptolemyev. Ombo settles down in the south of Egypt in 55, came to the north of the Lake Nasser and on administrative division is ranked as the governorate Aswan. 12000 hectares of the earth irrigated by Nile's waters are used in agriculture mainly for cultivation of sugar cane and cotton. The territory in the east borders on the Arab Desert, in the west on the Libyan Desert. In 270 came to the south, there passes the border with Sudan. The Red Sea -200 came to the east. Ombo is connected by railway communication with Luxor and Aswan where the international airport is constructed. The route connects Ombo with the administrative center and through east coast of Nile conducts on the south. An important transport artery for Ombo remains Nile, on which coast transportations are made, and in close proximity to temple complexes tourist boats go to Luxor and Aswan. In ancient Egypt of Ombo was called as Nubit and Harawi was the capital of the fifth nome. Under such name the area is for the first time mentioned during the first transition period. Only a couple of decorated tombs belong to the average kingdom. During the antique period the city on east coast of Nile was a part of the Faveda area and was the capital of Nome Ombites. Being located among abrupt and narrow sandstones, the city was in the ancient time not numerous as poor, fruitless coast were hardly fertilized by Nile's floods. The city was famous for magnificent temples and competed in it to the city of Dendera. The ancient name Tentira. Opposition of these two cities is mentioned in the 15th satire by Juvenal. He described fight to which I became witness, between intoxicated inhabitants Ombo and Dender. The author accuses the last of cannibalism. Juvenal represented the cities closer than Ombo and Dendera are located in fact. During an era Ptolemyev in Ombo 2 temples from the stone god in Pits Hatzar were built. On the sandy hill the big pantheon, according to the remained records, devoted to Apollo and other gods of Nome towered. To the northwest the smaller temple in honor of Asida was located. They strike with the magnificence and colorful paintings which remained on walls also today. Ptolemais the 6 km. 180-145 G2. I began construction of the unusual integrated temple, presumably on the place of cult structures 12, 18 and 19 of dynasties here. One brick wall was put at Tutmos III in honor of god Sebek. The pharaoh is represented with a measuring cane and a chisel, construction symbols. Dressing of the temple was finished only in the 2-3 centuries of our era. One wing of the temple is devoted to Sebek, god of water and Nile's flood esteemed in shape of a crocodile. Another to Sakalagalavi god Gor. He was esteemed as chapter of a triad which also his wife, the goddess Taysanetnofrit, and their son, god Panaptawi entered. Other divine triad of Ombo consisted of Sebek, his wife Hatkar and their son of Hansu. On eaves of one of entrances with names of Ptolemaeus of the 6th Philometor and his spouse Cleopatra II there is an inscription on Greek, confirming erection, or reconstruction of the temple. In the front part of the temple there was a small sanctuary hacker. Here in January 2012 the museum where the mummies of crocodiles found in burials nearby are exposed opened. These animals were very esteemed by ancient residents, and on coins of no Mombites of the Roman period was represented a crocodile or god Sebek's head. In the temple territory 2 Nilim are serving for measurement of water level in the river. The hill on which there are temples was considerably washed away by the river. Destruction was also promoted by earthquakes and later builders, using the temple as a stone quarry for extraction of construction materials. Long-time ruins half rolled in sand, but in 1893 Jacques de Morgan cleaned and restored the ancient temple. Nevertheless, reliefs still keep the polychromy coloring. Up to the middle of the 19th century before an entrance to the temple I settled down Ptolemaeus' Mammoth of 8. Most of inhabitants are Egyptians, also very many Nubians live in the city. In 1963-1965 many Nubians were settled on villages near Ombo from the territory adjacent to the Lake Nasser, because of rise in water level, the Aswan Dam caused by construction. New settlements received names of the flooded villages: Kalabsha, Amada, Abu Simbel. In 2010 the government of Egypt gave the permission for construction of large solar power station in the neighborhood of the city. In 8 kilometers from Ombo Daro small village where there is a market of camels, largest in Egypt, is located. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.